everybody. We got bumper music bringing us back from the break. It's called the Business to Business Network Show. My name is Rex Perry, and back in 1999, we actually started the show where we brought real estate agents, different businesses, different topics, and we try to have different guests in the hour. And our next guests are Shannon. Start by introducing yourself. Your last name, introduce yourself, please.
Yes, my name is Shannon Quagliata, and I've been a real estate agent in the North Phoenix, North Scottsdale area since 2005.
Excellent. And Kent?
Kent Nielson with Direct Mortgage Loans. Been doing it 22 years.
Excellent. And Jill?
Jill Bright, Chicago Title, and I have been with Chicago Title for 23 years.
We've got a seasoned team here. Now, Shannon, kind of introduce the subject of where you would like to go. You're trying to educate buyers in particular.
Yes, right. Well, as everybody knows, interest rates are a huge topic right now, correct? And what I'm seeing, I do a lot of open houses. I am a huge proponent of open houses. I sell a lot of my sellers on why open houses are important. And what I'm seeing a lot of recently is our buyers coming in thinking that they could do the process by themselves and they can rely on just going to open houses. And unfortunately, for whatever reason there is, only 5 to 10%, maybe on a weekend, of houses are ever held open. And really doing it on your own, this is a very big purchase. And we are licensed real estate agents for a reason. And we offer so much to our buyers that it really isn't a purchase that you want to be doing on your own.
Yeah, and sometimes you're able to catch opportunities that before they hit the market.
Yes, so as a buyer agent, many of my buyers since February of this year have gotten under contract on homes that were on the market less than 24 hours. And we're not looking into the off market per se, but the timing of when they go on these online public websites is by the time they hit those and by the time those emails go out and the notifications go out, I have my buyers under contract.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where my buyers are getting the value, and getting a home, being the first person in, the first contract in, you have such an advantage, a negotiating power, because nobody else is negotiating against you. And we have a lot of sellers that are nervous that this could be the only offer, right? Because we don't have a lot of homes going onto the market. We're not in those 2.5% interest rates anymore. So they're more negotiable when the first offer comes in.
And speaking of that, sometimes there's opportunity for a buy down where the seller helps. Explain that, and then we'll switch over to Kent to explain the math behind it.
Yes, I think educating our buyers, what I'm seeing a lot is our buyers are coming in to open houses. They're beginning their home search. Over 53% of buyers right now in the country are beginning their home searches with open houses, which is the highest we've seen since 2015. It's crazy. But they are coming in and they don't understand what their options are, their buying options are. They're renting. They're in a 2.5% interest rate. They want to move. They want to sell. And being the agent that can educate them and being able to refer them to a lending partner that has so many options. We have so many options on buying an interest rate down, and being able to know where the seller is very important, because if there is room for them to be able to buy the interest rate down, I mean, it just makes the buy so much more affordable for the buyer, and a lot of them don't realize that you can do that.
And Kent, explain what a buy down is. Educate the audience.
Yeah, so the way the buy down works is, like I said, the great thing about the real estate agent and what they can do as a negotiation right now with inventory, buyers have more options out there, which then lets them go negotiate what sellers can pay. So technically, the sellers are paying for your interest rate by those concessions.
To help bring it down lower.
Correct. And so for, let's just say, a $400,000 loan amount, current rate's right around 6.25. You do what's called a 3-2-1 buy down. So what happens is it goes from 6.25, 5.25, 4.25, 3.25. And so you start out at the 3.25. Each year it's going to adjust slightly higher. And what's crazy about that is when your initial payment could be $1,700. I'm just
throwing out ideas. Yeah,
$1,700. Your end payment's going to be $2,400. So in that interim, you're saving $800 to $600 each year, and technically the buyers are paying that because they're paying the interest for your client. Not only that, but when you start at a 3.25, the great thing is majority of your payments actually go into principal. So,
and this helps people be able to qualify
yes.
better too, because of their debt to income ratio when you have that lower interest rate to start with.
Correct. And so, and that it doesn't always have to be a 3-2-1. You can do a 2-1 buy down, so it's the first 2 years adjust to it. So there's options in what rate, what you feel. A lot of times people are at their career at this payment that feels comfortable. They know their career is going to continue to go up, and so it just helps them plan for future where they're going to be. And like you said, everybody's worried about rates right now and where they're at. And so even if you're at that 3.25 and 4.25 and everybody's been waiting for that secret spot, you can refinance during that time and then lock it in for the long term.
There you go. And that's the plan. Tell us your perspective. You've been doing this coming from the title industry. Tell us what your visions are.
So I talk with a lot of realtors, a lot of lenders. My role is on the sales side, so I'm talking strategy. I'm talking people off the ledge. And really it's just, okay, I've got a listing, give me some ideas of how I can get that listing marketed to the masses. So really it's, everybody's different. Everybody's plan is different, but my job is to bring different ideas and concepts and ways to, really showcase the agent from a branding perspective and, help get those listings sold.
Excellent. Now, we got to address also, a lot of people are going to the production builders, the Shea Homes.
Yes.
They don't know that, explain, you could have a real estate agent and it doesn't cost you any, basically the commission's being paid by the home builder.
Yes. So we definitely want to, if you are looking at new builds, you always want representation. A new build is no different than going to a seller and going around a buyer agent, because the fiduciary responsibility is always going to be with the seller, and it's always going to be with the builder. And I've represented many buyers at new builds where if they had not had my representation, they wouldn't have had another set of eyes. They wouldn't have had somebody saying, no, that's not how it went down, and no, you don't have to do that. There's a lot of instances where a buyer agent is absolutely necessary because the commissions are being paid.
Yes.
The commissions are being paid.
Yeah.
They're either going to be paid to the builder or they're going to be paid to your buyer agent. You might as well take advantage
it's
of
built
having
into
representation.
And one more thing, we're starting to wrap up here. You've got a listing coming on the market.
I
You
do.
want to mention that, please?
I do, yes. I have a fantastic listing. It's in the 85259 zip code. It's 1 acre. It is, it's a 3-car garage. It's got a guest casita. It's got a pickleball court. And it'll be coming on in about 2 weeks. It's about 5 minutes from Desert Mountain High School, about 10 minutes from Chaparral High School, and Basis is right around the corner, and that's a very big, popular charter school now, and that will be coming on the market around 1.6. So look out for that one. Very nice.
Phone number, how can people reach you?
480-293-4579.
One more time?
480-293-4579.
Kent.
Yes, and so you can reach me at 602-405-1880. Again, 602-405-1880.
And Jill.
602-525-0790. Again, 602-525-0790.
You guys, we got a break for the news at the bottom of the hour. Thank you so much for coming down. Everybody, stay tuned after the news. We'll be right back.